Guys, are you tired of sending out countless resumes to receive at least one interview call? Well, you are not alone. In today's competitive job market, having a standout resume is more important than ever. So, do you want your resume to shine bright among all the applicants? Are you now frustrated by the lack of response from the potential employers? And wondering if your resume is the culprit behind these scenes? If your answer is yes to all these questions, then you are at the right place. Welcome to our game changing guide on crafting a resume that demands attention and lands you to get many interview calls. It's time to turn the tables and transform your resume into a powerful tool that opens door to exciting career opportunities. Hello everyone, welcome to Analytics with Asmi. In this video, I'm going to share how to create a resume for a data analyst and Power BI analyst that not only catches the eye of recruiters but also lands you to get interview calls. In this video, we are going to see the checklist for creating a ATS friendly resume and how to use Chatgpt to build your resume. Here I will share different prompts for Chatgpt to create a ATS friendly resume. Then we are going to see sample resume for freshers and experience for both data analyst and Power BI analyst. Then how to get the interview calls. I will share different websites for creating the ATS friendly resume, and finally I will share tips for getting interview calls from Naukri and LinkedIn. So without wasting further more time, let's get started. First, let's understand why your resume not get filtered and why don't you receive any interview call, or why do we need to create a ATS friendly resume. Do you know that 99% of the resume go through the ATS system and not even 1% of the job seeker know how it works? If you don't know this, you will not get any interview calls. When you apply for any job on any job portal as a data analyst or a Power BI analyst position, your resume will not go to the recruiter. It will go through the ATS. ATS means Application Tracking System. This ATS has thousands of resumes for a single post, and it compares your resume with the all others. In the end, it gives you a ranking if your resume is in top 1 to 15%. Then your resume gets in the front of human eyes like HR and talent acquisition professionals. Now, ATS main purpose is to narrow down your application based on all certain keywords given by the recruiters. And ATS will rank your resume based on how it will match the ideal candidate. Now, you must have got it why the correct words are important to get your resume filter out or get an interview calls. Now, you must be thinking how to rank better and get more interview calls, or from where should we get the keywords to add to your resume. So, the answer is ChatGPT. So, I will share how to create your resume using the ChatGPT and how we can search for the keywords using the ChatGPT in this video. So, stay tuned. First, let us understand basic format of resume for the beginners. Here is a checklist for ATS friendly resume. First point is format, in which we have a points like you have to ensure the template is simple, clean and ATS friendly. Then you have to use the font size between 9 to 12 points for readability. Third point is you have to use the standard fonts like Arial, Calibri or Times Roman. You have to avoid formatting such as table, graphs or text boxes. So if you are creating the table or graphs, the ATS will not filter out your resume. Okay. Next is you have to keep the resume length to 1 page or 2, not more than that. You have to maintain a sufficient white space for ease of reading. You have to use bold and italics for highlighting and avoid any underlining. You have to keep the date format standard. Here the date format is given like MMM-YYY. Means, for example, if you have to mention January 2024, you should mention like JAN 2024, like that. You have to prioritize the section order for relevance. You have to make section heading clear and descriptive. And the last point is name the resume document appropriately, like first name, last name and the position. Here in the picture you can see one page resume is there. The name is given and you can see all the headlines are bold and clear. It is one page resume. Here you can see different sections like career objective, work experience, project is mentioned, Then personal detail is mentioned, education, skill and hobbies. Now let's see what should be the section sequence in your resume. So the first section should be your personal information. Second should be your summary and objective. Third is skills. Fourth is experience and internship. Fifth is projects. Then you have to mention your education, certification and activities. Now let's see what personal details you have to mention in your resume. So you have to include the essential contact details like full name, phone number, email address, LinkedIn profile and portfolio link if it is there, and omit unnecessary personal information like age, date of birth, etc. Then you have to limit your address to city or state only. You don't have to mention more than that. Okay, then you have to include only professional social media links like LinkedIn, GitHub, etc. And you have to test all your hyperlinks for functionality. Suppose you are mentioning the LinkedIn link or a portfolio link, then you have to check if it is working properly or not. Now here in the resume you can see the person has given his name, then the position, then email address, phone number, address and the LinkedIn profile. So likewise, you have to mention only this much personal detail in your resume. Next section is summary or objective. You have to ensure the summary highlights your unique value in a simple language. The motive is to combine work history, keywords and achievements in your profile summary. You need to add most important skill in your summary and subset of skills to do the job. You have to proofread the summary for clarity and an inviting tone. Now, how to create a summary? You can use Chatgpt entirely to make your resume. You can use this Chatgpt 10 prompts for creating a summary for a position of data analyst or a Power BI analyst. For example, first prompt is, can you help me in creating a professional summary for a data analyst or a Power BI analyst with 2-year experience? Here, instead of this 2-year experience, you can mention your experience like 3 years, 4 years, whatever it is. Or even if you are fresher, you can mention like that and you will get a very impressive summary for your resume. Please note it down all these 10 prompts for creating a impressive summary. We are going to use one of these prompts now to show you how it works. Now you can see I have added few prompts here. First prompt is, can you help me in creating professional summary for Power BI analyst with 2-year experience in few words. So it has given a very impressive and beautiful summary if you give this prompt. And here in the second prompt I have used, how can I create a summary that portray data analyst as a proficient in ensuring the data accuracy. So if you have to mention something like this, then ChatGPT has given a summary which includes how you have worked with the data accuracy through data analysis. So likewise, you can use all the 10 prompts which I have mentioned, or you can create your own customized summary as per your job description. Next important section is skills. So you have to categorize the skills effectively and match them to the job requirements. You have to add soft skills with achievements in the experience section. Even you can use the ChatGPT prompts for getting a correct skill. You can use prompts like, give me a list of ATS keyword or a key skills required in a particular role you are interested in, like data analyst or Power BI analyst. You can even give me a list of ATS keyword or core skills required in a particular job role, or give me a list of core skills for this job description. You have to mention here the job description. So you can use all these ChatGPT prompts for getting a correct skill. Here in the example you can see that in this resume I have just taken the screenshot of this for the skills. Here the core skill is mentioned like data analysis, requirement gathering, business process modeling. So you have to mention all the core skill related to a job description and you have to mention the skills. So here that person has mentioned Excel, SQL, Tableau, Jira, Confluence, Power BI, Python, Google Sheet. So in here in the skill you have to mention your skill, core skill and the tools. Suppose I asked ChatGPT to give me a list of core skills for a particular job description. So it has given me all these core skills for related job description. So ChatGPT can still help you think of stories we should tell in your resume, cover letter and the interview. Now from this prompt, I know that I have to create a stories for how did you manage a project through its life cycle, or how you analyze the cost and benefit, etc. So from this you can create your stories and you can prepare for the interview as well. Next very important section is internship and the experience. So here for a fresher, you have to list the internship titles if it is there, and companies and employment dates in a reverse chronological order. Means latest should be the first. Here you can see that the person has mentioned the latest one, which is 2018, which is the current one. So it should come as a first. Okay, then you have to mention the past one. Okay, then for the experience, you have to write work experience in the bullet points and not in a paragraph. Here you can see that the experience is mentioned in a bullet point. It should not be in a paragraph. Start bullet points with the action verb, which is very important, and keep them relevant and concise. So whenever the ATS filters the resume, it looks for the action verbs. So it is very important to mention or start the point with the action verb. And you have to write the impact driven points, what impact you created in your job and not the roles and responsibilities. All the bullet points should be in this format, like action verb, then you have to mention the task or a project or a tool, and then the number. You should proceed this way: what you did and what it led to. Explain it in a point what you did and how it is impacted the business. Focus on the outcome and not on the responsibilities. Next very important point is you have to quantify the achievement with metrics to show evidence of a career progression. So means you have to give the volume specific numbers, as numbers are very attractive in your resume. So you have to write the numbers. Here in the resume you can see that the person has mentioned the numbers here. So he has improved the customer value by 25%. Here also you can see that the revenue increased by 730k. Here also you can see the pricing increased by 22%. So you have to mention the number like this. But if you haven't done much, then you have to simply make it this number. And also get prepared yourself if the interviewer asks you how you achieve this. And obviously you can again play with your Chatgpt prompts and make your points and make your resume attractive by using this Chatgpt. In the resume, you have to also specify the tools and software used during your job. Okay, and you have to maintain the consistent formatting across the section. Here in the work experience you can see here the formatting is constant. Okay, next section in your resume is projects. So you have to provide concise project description with quantifiable outcomes. Means again you have to specify the numbers. Here you can see in the travel data analyst this project, he has mentioned that increased forecast accuracy by 31%. Again here in the second point you can see that estimated 20 hours of manual work per week. So the number is mentioned here. So in the project also you have to quantify it. You have to mention your numbers. For freshers, maintain a balance of academic and personal projects. Include links to work sample or visualization where relevant. And you have to use the STAR method to explain your projects. STAR method means you have to explain your project like this. First you have to tell the situation, then you have to describe your task, then describe your purpose of the project, then you have to tell about the action, what actions you have taken in that, and finally you have to share the result, whatever outcome is coming in your project you have to mention it. Okay, likewise you can create your project, 2 or 3 projects in your resume. Next section is education. For fresher, you have to include the degree, institution, graduate date, and relevant project and GPA. For experience, you have to prioritize the highest degree. Here in the example, you can see that the education is mentioned, the highest degree is mentioned above, and after that, the second highest. And here, the mention GPA is also mentioned. So, likewise, you have to mention the year and the course, and also you have to mention the percentage or GPA in your resume like this. Next section is achievement and certification. Here you have to list relevant awards and their impact aligned with the job role. Again you have to list relevant certification with title, issuer and the completion date. And you have to prioritize impactful and recent certification related to the job. Here in the example here you can see that he has mentioned the skill and certification in the same section. Okay, like that you can mention it. Now we are done with the all sections. Now we have to do the final checks. So in this you have to see, you have to omit personal detail like religion and marital status. You have to check the resume for grammatical errors and proofread thoroughly before submission. You have to use resume worded website to check the ATS score. So when you use this website resume worded, you will get the ATS score. So it should be more than 80%. Then your resume will get filtered out. Okay. And don't put hobbies like sports, painting and all in the resume. Instead, if you are if applying for the data analyst or Power BI analyst role, then you can mention that the hobbies like open source contribution, dashboard development, information design, etc. Okay. I have a sample resume for the data analyst intern, entry level data analyst with 2 year experience, and data analyst with 5 year experience. I will put the link in the description box. You will get it. You can download it from there. Now, last part of the video, which is very important, which is final tips to get the interview calls through LinkedIn and Naukri. So, first step is you have to update your Naukri profile every week. If possible, do it daily. It shows you are active in the market. Second is you have to update your resume frequently on LinkedIn and on Naukri or any other job sites. Third important point is if you are sending your resume through email, then you have to mention your LinkedIn profile, GitHub link, and the portfolio link as well. You have to send at least 2 projects and put all the keywords in your email content to get noticed. Next point is be active on LinkedIn to get jobs from LinkedIn. If you want to get a job through LinkedIn, then you must do few things. First thing is make your profile active. Now tell me, will you buy a smartphone if you didn't know that it exists? You can't, right? That's where you are today. People don't know that you exist or what you do. So you have to tell them. So you have to mention, you have to react to the other people's content to be active, or you can comment on other people content. And third thing, you can create your own content once or twice a week, or you can post your project on LinkedIn to impress your recruiters. Sometimes you get freelancing project as well. This will grow your organic reach, help you to build soft connections and improve the response rate of the people giving you a referral or a job. Go deep in LinkedIn. Who are the people LinkedIn showed me when you search for, let's say, data analyst or a Power BI developer? Create a list of target companies you wish to apply. Add at least 5 to 10 people from each company with same profile as yours. So in case you get any interview call, you can ask them what type of questions can be asked, or even you can ask them for the referral. So you have to create a list of companies and tailor your resume as per the job description. You have to mention all the keywords in that resume so that your profile or your resume will get shortlisted. You can also add 5 to 10 HR or a recruiter currently works in each company, and then keep an eye on their activities for the company you are interested in. If you get any vacancy from that company, then tailor your resume with the keyword using Chatgpt so that your resume gets shortlisted. And please don't get depressed even if you don't get any interview call. Just keep on applying. One day surely you will definitely shine. If you do all the things which I have mentioned in this video, no one can stop you from getting interview calls. Just keep on learning, keep updating yourself and keep applying. All the best. If you like this video, please give thumbs up, and if you have any comments, put in the comment box. See you in the next video. Thank you for watching.